Hi everybody, welcome to Cats on Film Pod. I'm Ray Island, here with my co-host Skipper. Thank you for joining us every Tuesday as we review cats in film. You can support Skipper and me at pod.fan/catsonfilmpod. Spoilers ahead. This month we're trying something special. We're calling it Lions in Winter. Skipper and I watched 4 different animated films about lions and are going to review them throughout February. First up is the old Disney animated Robin Hood from 1973, a furry classic. Let's recap. In reference to the oldie English King Richard the Lionheart, the reigning monarch of this medieval England full of anthropomorphized animals is a lion named King Richard. His brother, Prince John, is keeping the throne warm while Richard is out of the country.
This crown gives me a feeling of power! Power! Forgive me a cruel chuckle. Power.
And how well King Richard's crown sits on your noble brow.
Doesn't it? King Richard? I've told you never to mention my brother's name.
A mere slip of the forked tongue, Your Majesty. We're in this plot together, if you don't mind my saying so. And remember, it was your idea. I hypnotized him and...
I know. And sent him off on that crazy crusade.
Prince John, like most of these animals, has 3 human-like fingers and an opposable thumb. He dresses like an approximation of an old-timey king with a red robe and tunic and jewels, even some little slippers. But his big brother's crown is always sliding off his brow because he doesn't have a mane of hair to rest it in. Ooh, I looked that up. A lion's mane grows from a combination of hormones, such as testosterone, and climate. The warmer the climate, the shorter and paler the mane. Also, a neutered lion loses his mane. But I don't think any of that info was known back in the 1970s when this movie was made. The artists were probably just trying to make Prince John look small and weak, but if we assume that there's some level of scientific accuracy... yes, but if there was, theoretically, then Prince John cannot reproduce. The weather in England is certainly cool enough to warrant a big fluffy mane. He's both a villain and a buffoon, the comedy coming from the contrast between the notion of a big scary lion and the weak, insecure thumb-suckered Prince John. Yes, a downright cowardly lion. The big animals, the lions and wolves and rhinos, control and oppress the little animals, the bunnies and turtles and chickens and such, but there's never any indication that any animal has any interest in eating any of the other animals. Most of the food we see is undefined mush. Oh, and a carrot. The lion Prince John and the wolf sheriff prey on the little peasant animals by overtaxing them and jailing them if they're too broke to pay. Right? It's horrific. They even lock up little children and babies. Just awful. So you gotta root against the feline monarch when Foxy Robin Hood not only breaks the peasants out of jail, but also steals the money that Prince John has been hoarding. Ugh, really giving felines a bad name. But there is a cute flute-playing kitty cat who parties with Foxy Robin and his gang. And then King Richard returns from the Crusades at just the right time to lock up Prince John and his buddies right before officiating the wedding of Foxy Robin and Marion.
Long live King Richard!
Friar Tuck, it appears that I now have an outlaw for an in-law. That's not bad.
Richard the Lion and Marion the Fox are relatives somehow? Not a single bit. Well, Skipper, what's your rating of feline representation in Robin Hood? 2 out of 4 paws for the greedy anthropomorphized lions who are barely feline, just metaphors for mythical humans. Cats on Film Pod is voiced and produced by Ray Island with music by The Dose Man and additional sounds from freesound.org. Visit us at catsonfilmpod.com for cat pics, caption videos, and more. Cats on Film Pod.